Be prepared for highly offensive language from the start and throughout.
How you doing, Benny? How's your audience? I hope everyone's well and happy, and may God bless you, and may God keep you, and may God fulfill all your desires. All right. Sounds great. Wonderful. Benny told me to get dressed up. This is as good as it's going to get. I don't usually get dressed up. So this is what you're going to get. I'm here with John, a victim of bullying, online bullying. That is true. And a sensation, yes. Thank you, Benny. I appreciate it. And if anyone digs the interview or digs my channel and check me out, if one way you can support the channel is through this T-shirt here I had made, teespring.com/John Gischala. The donations will be appreciated. Thank you. Okay, beef with the Amazing Atheist at one point. Sure, I beefed with Amazing Atheist. Yeah. I don't really deal with him anymore, really. He has a new podcast, Deep Fried Frat. It's absolute trash. You can see the viewership has gone down the tank. It's nowhere near DP audience levels. It's nowhere near his main channel levels. It's like 10,000 views. It's garbage. Brett made him famous. That's true. Amazing Atheist said it himself that Brett was his icon. Brett made him get on YouTube and vlog and do what he did. And you know what? Brett made me kind of want to do YouTube as well. Brett was one of the first YouTubers that I've actually watched on here on YouTube, actually. He did a video where he's pretending to be like Che Guevara, and he's going to attack YouTube headquarters, which is not politically correct because someone just actually did that the other day. Someone actually attacked YouTube, thank God. But Brett was the inspiration. Brett inspired her. Yeah, absolutely. No, you know what it is that they're fucking with a lot of people. YouTube is fucking with a lot of people and fucking with a lot of people's livelihoods. They're ruining a lot of people's lives. They're demonetizing people. They're making people on a blacklist. They're destroying people's channels, and they don't care. So, quite frankly, I don't care if someone goes to their YouTube quarters and does what they do. Sorry. You don't want that to happen, then don't hurt people. You got a lot of abuse online. Of course, YouTube has given me a lot of hate online. YouTube and Google has allowed abusive trolls, haters, and fools to just personally go after you nonstop. Google has made it available for people to just call you nonstop anonymously, and the phone companies won't do nothing about it because of the way Google has it set up. Can you tell us about the in-real abuse? Sure. I mean, I don't really want to go too much into the abuse accosted on the streets. Yes. Betty, I think you had the video of don't share it, but there was a video of me being abused by a neighbor of mine. That was pretty rough. Oh, on the Jewish thing. Yeah, you know what it is. It is what it is. People hate other people for who they are. You know, people hate Jews, people hate Muslims, people hate all sorts of different things. But yeah, sometimes I get called the K word and the all sorts of different words every time you go outside. Not every time I go outside. I live in a very Jewish neighborhood, but when you leave your Jewish safe zone, yeah. You get her. Sure. I mean, not really. I wouldn't call it harassed. Not like it is on here on YouTube. But there are people at times they will say nasty things to me. Who you hate more, Muslims or atheists? Probably atheists. I don't really have a problem with Muslims. Muslims aren't that bad of people, unless they go off to haywire. I mean, unless they go Meshuggah. Atheists are very abusive people. Atheists are very hateful people. That's all they do is hate. All they have is hate. They don't really have anything of value. You know, the Talmud says, the Babylonian Talmud says, those who talk about others have nothing to say for themselves. and that's what non-believers do constantly on this Google Hangout social media website. Is they talk about other people, they dox other people, they harass other people, they target other people. They just don't have anything to say for themselves, so therefore they need other people. They need a soap opera. That's why daytime soap operas like Young and the Restless and General Hospital are the number one television show, or the number one television show in the world, because people want to see drama. People want to see, other people have lives that they wish they had. Is atheist your least favorite animal? Probably, yes. Well, if you talk to any atheist, they'll tell you that they come from animals, they evolved from animals, they are animals. Okay, I believe you. All right, you're an animal. Congratulations. Goyim. Yeah, you don't say S, you say goyim. Goy is plural, I mean singular, and goyim are plural. You don't add an S. You don't add an S. So goyim, it just means people. Do you have any pets now? Yeah, I have a couple of chinchillas. I'm thinking about having a chinchilla T-shirt. Are they atheists? I would probably say that they are not atheists. They look like brothers. What? Because they're hairy like them? They all hairy? Is that what you're saying, Benny? Those are your words, not mine. The atheists are their brothers. Oh, okay. Well, they believe that, once upon a time, pond scum got hit by lightning and some radiation happened, and some molecules happened, and then something else happened, and dead things made dead things made dead things, all upon a time they became a fish that was alive, and then that's their grandmother, the ape. Right? Evolution, right? They believe in evolution, and so, they believe that their grandmother was an ape. Okay, great. Congratulations. You're not going to argue with me. If you want to believe that you're an ape and that you come from apes and that you once upon a time was a fish and then you were pond scum that got hit by lightning, that's fine with me. That's your beliefs. You live in America or Europe or wherever you're from. I believe in freedom of speech. And so if you want to, that's your religious belief. Is that's your, sorry, I was snacking on things before I came here. Hope I look good. Do I look good, Benny? All right, good. I noticed on camera I had a little. So, thank you. I look great. Thank you. So, you're not going to argue it. I'm not going to argue with that. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe. I'm a believer, a child of God. I lost a little bit of weight. I've been losing weight. I gain weight. I lose weight. I gain weight. I lose weight. It's up and down. How long have I been Jewish for? Probably, I would say a little less. I probably think 3 years, because I didn't really jump on the bandwagon right away. I mean, I've decided to do the thing a long time ago, and then it's only recently I did the Jewish thing. So Jews accept you. Some Jews accept me, and some Jews don't. Just like some Goyim accept me, and some Goyim don't. I mean, I constantly get. It's only really from non-believers, really. Most Christians will call me a fake Jew, which is ironic coming from them because they want to be called the New Jerusalem, right? Most of the time it's Gentiles that call me fake Jews, but most Jews, the majority of Jews, accept me as a Jew. They wouldn't even know. Like, I talk to people all the time. I met this wonderful man at the I met this wonderful man at a restaurant I went to about 3 weeks ago. And he sat down and we would talk, and I said, Shalom Aleichem. He said, Aleichem Shalom. And we would go talking back and forth. And then after the conversation, I said, I was born Roman Catholic. And he was so shocked. He couldn't believe it because I look Jewish. I act Jewish. I speak Jewish. I think Jewish. I sound, thank you. I sound Jewish. Thank you. Because I am Jewish. And he said it was a blessing. He said it was really cool to meet someone like me. And New York thing, most New Yorkers talk like this, Benny. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me do my New Yorker. Hey, yo, I'm gonna break your fucking kneecaps. That's a New York attitude. Hey, about if I grab if I grab your neck and use it as a punching bag? You know, that's how people talk here. That's usually how people talk here. So do the Jews have any, what does that say? Institutional rescue? I don't know what that means. Oh, initiation. Sorry, you spelled it wrong the first time. Initiation? Sure, there's no, I didn't spell it. All right, we didn't see anything. Initiation. I didn't see anything. No one saw nothing. What was their ritual? Initiation. So there's different things that people do. Beat you up for 7 seconds now. They just beat me up for 3 years. That's all they've been doing. No, they give you a rough time. They make it very difficult, especially it depends on what type of person. Depends on what group. Remember, like there's different Jewish groups, so different Jewish groups will have different ways of doing it. But technically, according to Torah, you convert the day you convert. It doesn't take years. There's no sort of initiation. There's no anything like that. You're a Jew. God counts you as a Jew, but we don't know that, right? So the problem is, you know, a person, like if you look at me, Benny, you can't really tell what's in my heart, right? Only God can tell what's in my heart. So what the Jews will do is make a sign. They'll make it look. They'll how could I put this? You have to present yourself in a way that makes yourself a sign that says, yeah, okay, this guy's kosher. And so, you know, it takes time to develop that. You have to be noble. Yeah, sure. A Jew has to be righteous in all his ways. It's like the Lord. The Lord is righteous in all his ways. You consider yourself a transracial person. Yeah, I consider myself. That's what a convert is. A convert is transcending. Like, what does convert mean? You're transforming something, right? You're transitioning into something. So that's what transition and conversion are. You're renewed, right? That's what it means to be born again in the spirit, right? People think they get hit in the head with a Bible and they flop around on the floor like a fish for 5 seconds, and that's what it means to be born again. Born again means you're renewed, like the way you put it in the text there. You're renewed. You become a new person. So I went from being from a low place to a higher place, and that's what I did. I made an aliyah. I grew as a person. I educated myself in a spiritual way. Yes. That's what about life is. Life is about progressing, and that's what Judaism teaches. Judaism doesn't teach that we're better or that we're somehow inherently superior. What Judaism teaches is that you have to grow as a person. You have to go from a low place to a higher place, and that some people start off lower and some people start off higher, and some people start off real high and they fall real down real low. And there's a lot of Jews that fall from their high place to a low place, and some people go backwards, some people go forwards. Where do you get your ideas from? I get all my ideas from the Torah, from a Jewish source. I don't buy into any sort of. My rabbi teaches me well. Yes, sure, I learned from my rabbi and rabbis and sages of Judaism and the Torah and God. I don't go to a goyish source. Sorry, I'm not a secularist. I'm not a heathen. So I'm not going to go to non-Jewish nonsense anymore. What we call the goyish mishigash. I go from a whole. If it's not holy, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? You learn Hebrew, very little Hebrew. But I can read it. Will you visit Israel? Probably not. A, I don't have money to visit Israel, and B, I don't really have a desire to go to the Holy Land. Sure, if someone wants to fly me out to Israel, sure. Why no desire? Israel is not really such a nice place to be. I'm not trying to put the place down. I know I did an interview with Sia, and I sort of put Israel down in that interview, but it's just not a place for me. I think it's worse than New York. New Yorkers are the funniest people, right? If you talk to any New Yorker, they'll tell you New York is the greatest place in the world. New York, number one. Fuck you. New York, number one, right? And and then when you actually talk to them about New York, they'll tell you New York is overpopulated, is polluted, it's filled with garbage all over the place. The streets are filled with faggots and whores and drug addicts and you go down the list about New York being shitty. Then you scratch your head and go, wait a minute, is New York really the greatest place on earth? How can you have that belief? How can you say New York is number one and then go on the list? It's polluted. It's filled with trash, faggots, and whores, and drug addicts, and it's overpriced, and it's, you know, it's like all these things. It's like New York is. That's how I feel about Israel. I'm not against the state of Israel. Israel is a country. It's staying as a country. No one's changing that. It's very secular. It's very atheistic. It's very communistic. The people who founded Israel were Zionists, communists, atheists, secularists. They weren't religious. They didn't believe in God. It's still like that today. They're all like that today. No one, half of the country are dressed like me, and then the other half of the country could give a fuck. Am I a Zionist? I wouldn't consider myself a Zionist. No. I mean, what is a Zionist? Other than, you know, do you believe that Israel should exist as a nation? Sure, I accept that Israel exists as a nation. Were you ever abducted by atheists? No, I wasn't abducted by atheists. That would make my day exciting, right, Benny? I mean, could you imagine if someone came up to me, Benny, and said, you know, I'm taking you for the rest of your life? UFO. Atheist flying object, AFO. Have you been taken over by an AFO? Now, are people able to read the text on the main chat, the live broadcast? Yes, they are. Okay, yes, they can. Yes, they can. Okay, good. Has your life improved since you became a Jew? Of course. Of course. I'm living proof of resurrection. God resurrects the dead. Blessed are you, Hashem, King of the universe, who resurrects the dead. I was once dead, and now I'm alive. I once did not have ears, and now I have ears. Now, once I used to not have eyes, now I have eyes. How would you rate your life from 1 to 10? I would probably rate my life probably at number 5 at the moment. Number 5. I mean, I can't. It's up to God. I mean, it's picture. My life is perfect, right? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I was never an atheist. When I was an atheist, Benny, I thought you knew me. When you weren't a Jew, thank you for that correction. My life was a little worse as a non-Jew, sure. 1 to 10. Again, God, I believe now looking back, I believe that God puts us where we need to be. So I was at a place where I might have thought from my perspective that I wasn't really at a good place. Hold on, I got to sneeze. Sorry about that. Ooh, I almost blew my brains out. Oh man, I sneezed real hard. So, I understand that the Lord works and does all things, and that God controls everything, and I believe that truly that God led me to where I am today. Maybe I needed to be where I was to be where I am today. So that means that even though I felt at that time that it wasn't a good place to be, it was actually the perfect place for me to be. I was always, you know what, God always have kept me safe. Now looking back, I always knew God always kept me safe. God always made sure I was fed, I was clothed. You know, even though I had a rough time, it was a blessing in disguise. Absolutely. You know, I had some really low points in my life. I grew up in a situation that wasn't so nice. And now that where I am today, I now know that God, I was abandoned. Absolutely. I was abandoned and raised by wolves, abandoned and raised by Jews. They taught you how to fight with swords. Absolutely. Absolutely. Baruch Hashem. God is a mighty warrior, and the sword that the Torah, which is the most powerful sword, is the most powerful martial arts that a man may ever know. Being equipped with Hashem as your shield and Hashem as your sword, You will never fall in battle. You will always win every war, and you will never lose. That is a guarantee. Guarantee. God is a great king, a great general, a great shield, a great sword. And that's how powerful the Lord is. And that's the bottom line about it is, do you get more girls now as a Jew? I don't know what that means. Um, I don't pursue relationships. How many girls did you impregnate? Zero. As far as I know, I'm not a father of any children. I'm like Abraham, though. I'm like Abraham, a father of many nations. God promised Abraham that your descendants would be as many as the stars. And what that means is that every convert that comes to Judaism, and every person who is a monotheist is a child of Abraham. That means Muslims, Christians, and Jews are all children of Abraham. That means that Abraham's descendants numbered the stars in the sky. If you calculate all the Muslims that exist in the world, all the Christians that exist in the world, all the Jews that exist in the world, all the monotheists, all the ethical Bible-believing people in the world, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, and those are all children of Abraham. So yes, I am a father. I have impregnated a lot of people with the way I walk in life. Yeah, I'm a reflection. If I truly say I'm a man of God, then you should see it. Can I hook up with a girl? Sure, Benny. You have a right to do whatever you want. Oh, hook me up with a girl. Oh, sure. If you want, you know someone. What right now? No, not during the live. You told me no animals in the zoo. You told me it was going to be an animal-free interview. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Who is this? You just text me it. I just heard a beep. Okay. I mean, I'll guess I'll take a look at it, but I don't really check it out. Is who you got to play a joke on me? It's going to be like a porn bomb. It's a joke, right? My phone's going to be hacked. Ah! I'm not. You know what? You know what, Betty? I'm not gonna even say anything. I'm not gonna even say anything. That's funny. I know. Betty, you're such a funny guy. I should say who it is, but I think it will. You know what I mean? We just. You know what, Betty? I worked hard to get that relationship back together again with you and the guy, and with you and you know who, and now you like. All right. So, thank you, Benny. I appreciate it. You're a real mensch. You know what mensch means? You're a mensch, Benny. You know what a mensch means? I am a father of many people. I am. I'm like Abraham. Yohanan ben Abraham. No, but many don't know that you actually have three fathers. I have three fathers. That is true. I have my heavenly father in heaven. I have my biological father on earth, and I have my spirit, and I have my adopted father, Brett Keene. That's true. That's true. Brett Keene has always stood by me. You know, a lot of people abandoned ship. A lot of people didn't want to put up with me throughout my years on YouTube, but yet Brett Keene always stood by me. Brett has been a mentor. I always saw him. What does Brett mean to me? Brett's a good friend to me. Brett's a good person. You know, Brett Keene, a lot of people don't like him, but I like him, and I think he's a good person. I think he does well. I think he means well. Is he still around? He took a break. He's done. I don't know. I think he might be done from YouTube. So do we have any questions from the audience? Yeah, I think he's done for good. I think Brett Keene is done. Kaput. Do we have any questions from the audience? We do, huh? I'm not even paying attention. You used to have a Discord server. Yes. I might pick it back up. I might, if someone wants to do a Discord chat They have to let me know about Jewspiracy. Yes, I did. Jewspiracy. And you never came by, Jewspiracy. It would have been nice if I'm looking for the channel we're on. Oh, here, Benny the Gangsta Live. Interview with Jew from New York, victim of racial abuse and online harassment, John Gischala. Thank you. That's a nice way to put everything. Can I download the video after it's done? No, I don't go on Discord anymore. I'm thinking about doing a Discord actually tonight because there were people who wanted to chat with me, so I might do that. I did pay for a channel it was a big server on Discord that had a lot of views and a lot of people, so I had my own little room. So I couldn't see what you said there. There were people like what? Was one of the people Dan? Yes, Dan used to go to Discord, yeah. He still does. Oh yeah, he does? I can't deal with the zoo animals that go there. It's a very nasty place. It's just hateful people there. I mean, it's just like people have no they have no censorship in their fucking words that they use. You know, it's just utterly anti-Semitic garbage that goes there. I don't really want to go to a place where I'm bombarded with this constant anti-Semitism. I don't really give a fuck. Dan is half animal, half human. I think Dan, if he stays in the Discord any longer, he might be full animal soon. That Discord is not a good place. You no longer pursue fame, internet fame. Yeah, I'm not a big fame guy anymore. You know how many times I made videos poning the shit out of the Amazing Atheist? You know how many times I made videos poning the shit out of Coughlin? Made videos poning the shit out of fucking Bob, Tom, Dick, and Harry. And they get views, you know what I mean? They get views. They get 10,000 views, 20,000 views. But it's not worth it, you know what I mean? It's not. I'd rather do my Jewish thing. I'd rather do the Judaism thing. I'd rather just have my own peaceful, quiet little part of the internet and not have any harassers. You were pretty famous in the atheist community. Sure. Do you regret that now? Yeah, a little bit. I regret it a little bit, yeah. It's not worth it. They tried to sue me a while ago. Yeah, I don't remember that. Did they try to sue me about what though? I don't. Do you remember what it was about? So I remember it. Of a dude with a scar on his face. A scar on his face? Was the one that cut him up? Maybe I was the one that cut him up. That's why he wanted to sue me. Scar on his face. Who was he? I don't remember. Oh, the scar on his face. His shit stain. You mean that's not a scar? Shit stain. Coughlin. Yeah. Shit stain. Shit face. It literally means that to him. Shit face. So they still are after you. I don't know. The bulldog John May, who I think the English people on here in the Google Hangouts have dropped him. They actually have pictures of him and his stuff, information. Yeah, the Brits. Do you hang out with the Brits, Betty? The Brits have all their information. Has all the information. And so the Sasha got and you know what? John May has done nothing but harass me and phone. I mean, I can show you my phone call. Let me show you my phone. Let me show you how many times a day he calls me. It's just absolutely animalistic. Let me show you. My rabbi calls me a lot too. Oof. I don't know if I can show this because It's in between other people's phone numbers. Shit. But I mean, it's just constantly here. Here, I'll show you this part. Look at this. Look at this, Benny. 844, 843, 843, 842. I mean, it's just they literally just, that's them spamming the shit. They're spamming the fucking shit. Can you see that? Look at that. Potential spam, restricted, potential spam. It's just one call after the other. One call after the, look at the timestamps. Look at the timestamps on them. They literally, it's one call. It's one call after the other. And they even pretend to be, they even pretend to be, Gary. They even pretend to be, Amendum. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at how many fucking phone calls. Look at how many fucking, look at the time. I can't, look at the timestamps. It's just call after call after call after call after call after call after call. It's just literally, they call me on nonstop. Even when you don't engage in yeah, exactly. I don't bother them. I don't go near them. I block them. And they fucking call and call and call and call and call and call. I used to be friends with Bulldog and John May. John May. He came on the internet. I met him, like, what was it, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever long ago it was. And he was pissed off that he felt like God was a lie, and that his pastor lied to him and his priest lied to him, and they couldn't take it, and it was all a lie, and God was a lie. So he took his hatefulness out of it on God. His wife left him. Took the children. He lost his business. All sorts of different shit happened to him, and he was crying. I mean, I consulted with him. I don't know why the Lord does these things. I don't know why. And one day he just started to become this very hateful, bigoted person. Very bigoted person. I mean, atheists have a bad reputation. They're known for being abusive. They're known for being hateful towards God. I mean, if you don't believe in God, why hate something you don't believe in? Why hate God believers? So atheists believe in God. Yeah, most likely. Atheists can't, it doesn't make it subconsciously. Yeah, right. Exactly. Deep down inside, they know God exists. They're just angry that God they don't understand why God makes the world the way it is. But I remember you used to hang with John May on camera and used to be friends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. When I first met John May, I tried to consult him. I tried to tell him, things are going to be better. Things are going to be okay. God maybe took away your kid and your wife and your job, and he had a own business and stuff, and he lost it, right? He's an alcoholic now. He drinks. I think he drank, beat his wife. You're your own Gehenna. You're your own hell. And so God's punishing you for whatever, maybe you did something wrong and God punished you. I don't believe in an afterlife. So if God's going to punish you, God will punish you here. He used to tell you private things. Sure. He used to tell me about his feelings about God and his life. He felt bad. He didn't want to lose everything. He was, quite frankly, to be honest with you, he kind of deserves it. If that's the person he really is, if this is who he really is, now that we know who he really is after all these years, then he deserved to lose his career. He deserved to be an alcoholic, beat his wife probably. I don't know if he beat his wife. He probably did. But he used to drink. He lost his wife in the divorce, lost the house. He was very different back then. Yeah. Very different back then. He wasn't very hateful. He wasn't as angry and hateful as he is today. An anti-Semitic. He's an anti-Semite. He's a Jew hater. He's a God hater. He hates Christians. He hates Jews. He hates Muslims. He's just a hateful person. What changed him? Going to YouTube, going to Google Plus. talking to you pricks out here on the internet, fucking dealing with fucking losers here. G plus, yeah, a little bit. Now he's able to open up. He comes here to YouTube. He comes to the G plus. Let me get this thing out, the T-shirt out of the way a little bit. Let's see. Put this here. He comes here, right? Comes to this shithole, and is an absolute, like Trump, as Donald Trump would say, a fucking shithole. This fucking shithole. And this place is a shithole. Let me tell you something. And I curse. You know, I don't find cursing to be wrong, to be quite frankly, to be honest with you. God created language, and God created the words that we say. I shouldn't cuss. Okay, I apologize. But it's a bad habit. It is a bad habit. It's from growing up in New York. We all have bad habits. And again, Judaism is about correcting bad habits. Judaism is about elevating yourself into a perfected being. So what did Johnny May used to be like Trump? I try to console him. I mean, I try to tell him, you know, encouraging words. Of course, he wasn't going to hear it because I'm a God believer. Even back then, I was a God believer. I think I was a Noahide when I met him. And so that really didn't help him really much. I couldn't really do anything. He was lost. He's done for. Only the Lord can save him now. Only the Lord can heal his broken soul. He needs to do some serious repenting in order to come back to the state he's in. And it's not possible. I don't know. I'm like doubting Thomas. I need to see the hole in the side and poke my finger in it in order to believe. I don't believe. Can I tell you my theory on why I think he hates you? Go ahead. Tell us your theory, Benny. Benny's going to tell us his theory. He started hating when he saw Rose was friendly with you. Okay. All right. Because him and Rose used to be close one-on-one hangouts. It's possible, and you came on the scene and she was more friendly with you. I really like Rose. I like the channel. I like the topic she talks about. Not everyone's going to enjoy the topic. If you could do a Google search Rose Patton, and I plug her channel because she's good. She's awesome. But I don't think anything's ever going to happen with Rose and me. She lives in California, but you do love her, right? I wouldn't necessarily say I love her. I mean, I don't really know. I don't know her from Adam, other than what I see of her on the YouTube. But I dig her. Kill, marry, slat, Rose, Sia, Shani. Oh my God. No comment. No comment. Shani blocked me, but she unblocked me, and now we're friends again. You know, I'm glad that me and Shani is friends. I couldn't see that last text. Can you what? Can you what? Why she blocked you? I don't know. You have to ask her. But I got her to unblock me, so that's the positive thing. I got her to unblock you. Can you do marry, kiss, kill, marry, kiss, Shani, Rose, Sia? That's a good question. I don't know how I would put that. That's a tough one. I don't want to kill anyone. I don't want to kill anyone. I mean, I guess I would have to. I would marry Sia, kiss Rose, and kill Shani. But that's fucked up. That happens a lot. There's a lot of Jews and Muslims. That's fed up. Most people don't realize, but Islam is very closely related to Judaism. Judaism and Islam is basically the same thing. They're basically the same thing. Yes. I mean, if those are the choices, kill, marry, or kiss, I mean, I'm not going to... isn't Rose marriage material. The question is, though, with Rose, is that she's an evangelical Christian. Her opinions on Jews aren't really that good. She's not, what, a Christian? An evangelical Christian? She doesn't label herself. But anyone who watches her YouTube channel knows that she's an absolutely. First of all, she's a flat earther. That's her religion. Well, she now she would disagree with that. But I would label. I mean, I don't like labels either. I don't like labels. But Rose is a typical American evangelical Protestant. It would be a tough time having a relationship in that sort of environment. You know what I'm saying? It'd be tough. Sia would be much easier. Shani would be impossible. Shani is as much as I care about Shani, as much as I like Shani, she's very deep in idolatry. Is she mental? I don't know. She's crazy. She's a little crazy. We're all crazy. Is she mental? I don't know. I think she might be a little mental. But then again, I think I might be a little mental. I think, you know what, Benny? I think you're a little mental too. I think you're probably worse than Shani. Right, aren't we all? Can you expand on that? That what, we're all a little crazy? Wait, what? Wait. Okay, I'm waiting. I've been waiting a long time. Are they concerned that your edgy lifestyle will get you in trouble? Who's concerned? Who's concerned? Are you concerned? My lifestyle is too edgy. Yeah, it's a little edgy. Am I edgy, Benny? I don't consider myself edgy. You're more of the edgelord than I am. I'm a normie. I'm a norm fag. I'm a norm fag. You're the edgy edgelord. You're the edgy edgelord, not me. Can you respond to the controversial recording of you? The controversial recording of you. And what video are we? There's so many controversial videos of me that you have to expand on that. There's so much shit. It's about you and Pillbox killing babies. Is that? I never seen that video before, but I love Pillbox. I dig the shit out of Pillbox. Can you play the video? Can you play the video of me and Pillbox killing babies? I love my boy Pillbox. Here's a shout out to Pillbox. Pillbox MG42 Pillbox. Go and sub to that prick. Okay, mute when you're ready. All right, I'm muting.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you want to kill babies? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Shade Ups? You're fucking schizo, dude. You're a psychopath, obviously.
I haven't been taking my medicine.
Take your fucking medication so that we can abort babies, okay?
I don't think of them as people. I shouldn't think of them as people. They're not people. They're subhuman. They're not even people. They're zygote. They're seeds. They're bread in the oven. Whatever you want to refer to me.
Nice. It sounds doctored a little bit. I heard it. I heard the fans. I got a lot of fans in my life. That's a really good audio clip. Did you make that yourself, Benny, or? You were playing a game and you were. That was actual, not edited. Nice. I don't remember what that's from. Actually, it has to be edited because I don't remember talking about Pillbox. I might have talked about, I don't know. Just out of context, not edited. Yeah, I mean, if you're I don't understand why an atheist would have a problem with that. That question is, why would an atheist Why would an atheist have a problem with that? They have no values. They have no morals. They have no ethics. They have no sort of moral compass that helps them. The number one, abortion. They support abortion. They love abortion. They love abortion. They want to kill people. They want to kill babies. So if you just think babies are just animals and they're just compass cell and a baby and they're just a compass cells in the mother, well, why would an atheist have a problem with that? It was a debate with you and Pillbox versus Wolfgang. Oh, okay. What's your guilty pleasure? My guilty pleasure would probably be... Oh, that's a good question. I have no comment for that because I can't really say what it is online. I get the channel flagged. I really don't hear from Rose anymore. If Rose is listening to the video, if she's out there, I would like to hear from you. She's back to Bulldog. That might be what it is, yeah. It's okay. Do I have white guilt? The opposite. I don't have white guilt. It makes no sense, white guilt. There's nothing to be guilty about. Should white cave beasts pay reputations to the blacks? Absolutely not. Although I think most white people are, I'm glad, people, these white nationalists complain that the white race is going to be extinct and they're being overrun. Good. Thank God. I can't wait for the whole, these people to be done with. Do blacks deserve an Afro state? There was an idea at one point with Malcolm X to make the southern states, Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, a black country. And that's an interesting idea. I don't know if I really necessarily support it. I think we should all come together as one, and we should support each other. So I don't believe that chopping us up into things like that. I don't necessarily think they deserve it. Are you the Jewish Malcolm X? Some people have called me that. I've been called that a few times. White people have done nothing positive over the past 100 years. The white race has given us atheism, has given us feminism, LGBTQ. I can go on. The white race used to do things that were positive for the world, but the white race hasn't done anything lately. The old saying, Benny, what have you done for me lately? And the question is, and I have that question for white people, what have you done for the world lately? And it's not positive. Atheism, nihilism, solipsism, homosexuality, LGBTQ. Nothing positive. There's nothing positive about being a nihilist. There's nothing positive about being an atheist. It's a detriment to society. You're destroying society. The white race complains. These people complain. These white nationalists, and most of them are nihilists. Most of these white nationalists are racist, right? Well, obviously. Most of them are solipsists. They don't believe in reality. They live in their own world. They live in their own fantasy. So what the fuck are you complaining about then? You're at fault. They didn't do something. On the other hand, Muslims are good people. Muslims want to. I watch videos all the time about ISIS flinging F words off the buildings, flinging F words off of cliffs. At least they're trying to get rid of the problem, right? The problem that you created. So you want to complain about the world's being overrun and that the world's going to hell in a handbasket because of LGBTQ. You made LGBTQ. I don't. What are you complaining about? The Jews built the white society. I don't know what that means, but Jews have been influential throughout history. Do you think black slavery is bad? Sure, of course. Any type of slavery is bad, and especially if you're singling out a group of people. I don't want black people to be hurt. I don't want anyone to be hurt. I don't want white people to be hurt. I don't want white nationalists to feel like they want to be hurt. I want people to be happy. I want people to be free. Were you ever a victim of black hatred? Sure, of course. But I get more hate towards white Christians who claim to be Bible believers than I do black people or white nationalists. Sure, of course. Go to my channel right now. Go to my channel and look at how many people leave comments. How many people leave comments about, oh, Jesus loves you. Are you gonna burn in hell, you Christ killing K word, you know? That's how they talk. That's how they talk. You know, it's just like what are they, mental or something? It doesn't even make any sense, that sentence. Jesus loves me, or I'm a Christ killer. It doesn't even make any sense. They're neo-atheists. No, what they are is just hateful people in general. Christians only support Jews in Israel only because in their fantasy they think Jesus is going to come back, kill all the Jews, and bring them to Israel and happy ever after. And it's for them. It's really it's an alternative motivation, right? Alternative motive. They really only support Jews only because it's an end to the means for them. If there were slavery days, which black would you buy? If these were the slavery days, which black would you buy? I would probably buy black people as slaves. No, I mean, I probably would buy slaves in general. Would you buy G-Man? No, of course not. G-Man would be a slave owner himself. G-Man has been putting out a lot of good videos lately. Yeah, Kobe, definitely. Kobe, I hate that prick. He's a loudmouth. Samuel L. Jackson I have as a slave. I'll buy Samuel L. Jackson as a slave. I can't stand him. You should buy him because you like him. What do you mean? Buy him because you like him? Like, because I want to be. You buy a slave because you like him. I think you buy a slave because you want someone to work for you. I don't think you buy a slave because you like them. Educate him. You know, it's funny in Jewish slavery. The way Jewish slavery works is that you buy a person. Well, you don't really buy them. You acquire a slave. Like if someone's a thief or someone's a murderer or someone does something wrong, the court sends them to someone to live with. And it's all about rehabilitation. It's about education, like you said. That's that person who robbed and stole and raped. He lives with a nice Jewish family, and then he learns that, wow, how much great it is to be a good person. And even the Bible even talks about it, that sometimes a slave will even say, no, I will not leave my master. I want to stay permanently. And the reason for that is because if that slave owner is really really does his job well, and that is to educate the slave and to elevate him up to godliness, and he realizes, holy shit, I've been doing things wrong the whole time. He did his job right. That's a mitzvah. That's a great thing. See, slavery isn't supposed to be a bad thing. You whip people and kill people and hurt people. That's not what slavery is about. Slavery is not going to Africa and gathering up the people and then sending them off to plantations. That's evil. That's kidnapping. The Bible is against kidnapping. What the Bible is for rehabilitation, to help people become better people. And you can do that through slavery. So it's about civilizing them. Exactly. It's about making them civilized. If I could buy John May, I would buy him. G-Man blocked me. I have a video on my YouTube channel. If someone can send it to G-Man. G-Man, he blocked me. He blocked me. I don't know why G-Man blocked me. All my channels are blocked on G-Man's channel, and I can't get to G-Man. I can't talk to G-Man. I love G-Man. I dig the shit out of G-Man. I can't get to him. I have no idea why he blocked me. Maybe I was a little too hateful in his comment section. I don't know. I don't think Veckel has blocked me. No, I don't go to Veckel's channel. I don't like that. I'm not really. Veckel makes cartoons. I'm not really into that. Veckel is soft. I think Veckel's a nice guy. I'm just not into his videos. Just not into dig. I don't dig him. That's all. G-Man I dig. G-Man I wish he would unblock me. What would you do to Bulldog if he was your slave? Oof. What type of slave are we talking about again? I would probably give him a helicopter ride. You know what a helicopter ride is, Benny? Southern slavery. Ooh, the good old white boy slavery. I'll give him a helicopter ride, Benny. Wasn't that? I don't know what that means. What's a helicopter ride? Benny, Google it. I can't believe I've been running my mouth for like an hour so far. I don't get it. Helicopter ride is it's a meme. It's become a meme. You take a liberal up on a helicopter and you fling him out of a helicopter. The helicopter ride. Do you remember Phil the Brit? I think he was in a hangout with me the other day, last week. So you debate Black Hebrew? No, I don't debate them because I don't really have a problem with Black Hebrew Israelites. Most Black Hebrew Israelites make more sense than white Christians. So I don't have a problem with them. Do you acknowledge that you have white privilege? If I had white privilege, Benny, I would be in a lot better situation. You know what I'm saying, Benny? No white privilege. I mean, what does that even mean anyway? I mean, I'm privileged. I made a YouTube video, actually. You can check that out, my YouTube video. I made a video that's saying that Jewish people are privileged. And I speak about how us Jews are privileged of being called the God's chosen, right? We use that term, God chosen. And what does that really mean? What does it really mean to be chosen? So check out that video. I'll talk about privilege, and people will find out more about that. I plug a video. I plug the video. But basically, to sum it up, is that when you have privilege, it's a positive thing because then you can go out and do things with it. Your privilege. Everyone has privilege in some degree. Everyone has a thing that they offer the world, and that's the privilege that God gives all of us. The privilege of being alive. You know, if God could snap his fingers and you disappear and you won't be alive anymore. And so the question is, what did you do here while you were alive? Did you make the world a better place, or did you make it a shithole? Most likely people like John May made it a shithole, and therefore they're going to go to a very dark place when they die. But hopefully, God willing, someone like you, Benny, who has been a good person, will go to a nice place. You know what? I'm done with Bulldog, actually. I'm done with him. Actually, let's flush him down the toilet. I don't want to hear from him anymore. I don't want him to call me. I don't want him to email me. I don't want him to phone me. I don't want him to talk to me on YouTube. Let's take some questions from the public. We're gonna open up the zoo. Are we opening the zoo? Is that what you're saying, Benny? Vlad said to ask you if you think it's okay that someone has a pic of his daughter with vulgar name on it. Yeah, for Vlad, I could give a shit. But what about his daughter? Unfortunately, people, will hurt other people, and that's what Vlad has done. Vlad has hurt a lot of people in his life on this time on YouTube. I heard that he's smacking around Bree. And you know what? It's his fault that he brings other people into it. It's his fault that he puts himself out there. I don't put myself out there. I don't put my family out there. I don't want my family to be hurt. If you're going to hurt someone, hurt me. But he did do it in a way because he instigates a lot of things. I think he instigates a lot of hateful things. You get what I'm saying, Benny? Some of my fans said, I hope John gets back on cam. Well, I can't get back on cam because I just took off all my clothes because I'm hot and my room is boiling hot, and I needed to get off camera because I needed to take off my clothing. Unless you want to see me topless. All right, okay, hold on. Let me get back on camera. You see my boobs. What's the next question, Benny? What are the fans saying? The millions and the millions of the John J-Dubs fans. Come on. The millions of the fans. Phil wants to ask you some questions. All right, Phil. What's going on, Phil? What's happening, Phil? Philly Billy. Go ahead, Phil. Billy the Philly. He said what? He said, wait. Wait. I'm not waiting, motherfucker. I'm here ready to go. Matter of fact, I'm going to change my microphone. Let me
testing. Is that better? Better mic? Okay, good. All right. I had the desktop mic on. $40. Oh, here's someone in the room. Okay, Phil wants to ask me some questions. Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Hold on, let me put up my volume so I can hear you. Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. So, I don't know. Do you think Israel should have open borders?
They call themselves a secular society, so they should if they call themselves a secular society.
Do you think Israel has a specific law that gives Jewish people privilege, doesn't it? Where if you're ethnically Jewish, you can get into Israel, can't you? Without
anyone who's Jewish can get into Israel. Actually, I'm going through. Me as a convert, I can move to Israel. Actually, anyone who's Jewish can go there.
Yeah,
but I don't want to ever go there. I'm not really
I think that's a fair policy or not a fair policy?
Sure, absolutely. If you're an American, I think you should be able to go to America. If you're British, you should be able to go to Britain.
Did you believe in ethno-nationalism? Do you think that people should be allowed to have their own countries based on ethnicity?
Well, people are going to do it no matter what I believe. I can't control anything. I mean, Israel exists no matter if I want it to exist or not. Mm-hmm. It's not up to me. It's there. It's staying. It's not going nowhere.
Okay. So I agree with you on that one. Yeah. Then I'm just trying to think of some questions to debate you on. Essentially.
I don't have a problem. I don't really have a problem with immigration in general. I don't have a problem with people moving to different places and being a part of the community there. If you assimilate and you actually be part of the society, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, that's what made America so great in the beginning, is that we're made up of Irish and English and German and white people mostly at the beginning, and then a little bit of blacks, and then a little bit of Native American.
And that's when it went wrong. as soon as when you, but well, no. I think immigration is fine, provided that there's no welfare. Because when there's welfare, you give people no incentive to change. That slavery was bad. I actually don't think. Well, hold on a minute. Some slavery is bad. Some slavery isn't bad, and I know that triggers people. But
right. I mean, I said that. I mean, I said that with Benny today. I mean, Benny asked me about slavery question, and I said the same thing. I mean, I think Southern slavery is pretty bad. The way the South did it.
Yeah, that was bad, but it can be done in a humane way. Like an example would be, there are some people who have got incredibly low IQs, especially in Africa, and they can't really look after themselves. So it's more humane to take ownership of them, if that makes any sense. Like, it's just, if you've got someone,
okay,
if you've got someone with an IQ of 50, for example, to give them freedom would probably be their death sentence. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Yeah, I can logically follow that. Yeah,
especially in Africa, you know what I mean. The example would be in Africa, there are some people. The average life expectancy in some countries is 40 years old. You know what I mean? And if your average life expectancy is 40 years old, it's a better life to be a slave. You will have a higher average life expectancy, and but not it just depends how it's done, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, Benny, I'll open up the zoo, let the zoo in. I want it to look like the 12 Monkeys movie with Brad Pitt at the end, where he lets the zoo animals out of the cages.
Yeah, then if you're Jewish, I can debate you on the one subject that's probably going to piss you off if you want.
Well, I'm not here to debate. I'm here for Benny to ask me questions, and if people want to ask me questions, that's fine.
Okay. Do you think the Holocaust happened?
Of course, the Holocaust happened. Yeah.
How do you know that?
What do you mean? How do I know that?
Simple. How do you know? How do you know the Holocaust happened? I'm just wondering.
I mean, we have the places of where it happened, and we have the buildings, and we have the people.
Are there any autopsies on any bodies?
Well, how can you make? Well, not all. I mean, not any of them.
Are there any? Or is there one single autopsy?
I have no idea.
Well, there isn't.
Well, you can't really have an autopsy on Ash, but that's my opinion.
So you think 6 million? How many people were cremated?
I don't know. I think less than 4 million.
Less than 4 million. Okay.
Some were burned and then some were buried, right?
Okay. So I'm gonna put forward an alternative hypothesis, right? So here's a.
I don't want to hear it. I'm not here to discuss other people's opinions. I don't care.
Okay, but you said the Holocaust. It definitely happened. They were definitely
right.
killed.
This isn't a debate. I told Benny I'm not here for debate. I'm not here. I'm not here to hear other people's opinions. I could care less.
Okay, well, if you want to be irrational, fair enough.
It's not irrational. It's an interview, not a fucking debate.
You've been irrational.
I'm being irrational?
Irrational, yeah.
How so? I was invited to do an interview to answer questions.
Well, I've just asked you a question. I'm asking you questions.
Right, and then and I answered the question.
Okay, then. So here's another question.
I am being rational.
Okay. Do you think it's plausible that these Jews could have died of typhus?
It's plausible that they died from many different things. Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how do you know how they died then?
They died deliberately. Let's put it this way: they died deliberately because of white people who thought they were superior to them.
Right.
They
okay.
put crosses around their necks and killed them because they were Jewish.
Okay. So what reason do you have to believe that any officer ordered the death of any Jew?
We have papers that are signed by Adolf Hitler, Heimlich Himmler, Goebbels.
Can you go find that for me right now? You're on the internet. You can find me.
You can do it yourself. Type in Google papers for Holocaust.
Benny, could you go on Google now and Google?
This is an interview. What are you talking about? This isn't a Google search day.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, those papers do not exist.
If you say so, thank you. Have a nice day. Well, he can be removed now, Benny.
Oh, fuck off.
No, this isn't for you. This isn't about you. This interview is not about you. Who is this, Phil? Phil, I'm asking questions, and that's what it's about. If you want to go off on some a gender, see, this is, and then I'm supposed to want to like white people, right? When white people have alternatives to want to make up things about Jews and lie about Jews. People who wore crosses on their necks and claim to be Christians, who claim to be atheists,
right?
Kill Jews. That's what the agenda was.
No,
they killed Jews. That's it.
Why did? Hold on a minute. I've already said that it's plausible that they died of typhoid. You know what I mean?
It's plausible for them to die because of cold weather, heart attacks, stress, anxiety. I'm sure there was some Jews who died because of they just had a heart attack because they couldn't stand Auschwitz anymore.
Okay. So the question is, how do you know how they died without an autopsy?
You don't know.
So you don't know then? You don't know how they died?
I don't know how every particular Jew died.
Okay,
yes.
So how do you know? Okay, so pick one Jew and tell me how he died and how you know he died that way.
I know Jew A, B, and C died in Auschwitz because they were put into ovens.
Yeah, but what? Hold on a minute. So the oven question. So how many ovens were at Auschwitz?
Oh my God! I just demonstrated. Yes, there was a Jew. Yes, it's plausible a Jew died because of an oven, and yes, it's plausible. We decided already.
Where's his body? Where's his body? Where are the ashes?
What do you mean? Where's the ashes? I can't get ashes that already been disseminating into the earth, soil, and then.
How do you know they're in the oil? How do you know they're in the soil? Have you found these ashes? Where are these ashes?
You can't find ashes in the year 2018.
How do you know he died then? How do you know he died then?
That doesn't make you're not talking any sense.
No, you're not talking any sense. You're telling me
the people that were there know that they died. The people that they knew.
Okay. So how many witnesses do you have at Treblinka, for example?
Treblinka, the whole Russian military who liberated Treblinka.
Oh right, the communists. I mean, they're not going to have a skewed opinion, are they? They're going to have,
Communists. What are they? You can't say what are you saying? All communists can't have an ethical opinion about things. I mean, I agree with you to some degree. Communists aren't really ethical people, sure.
Well, no. The problem is that you don't have any physical evidence, do you? I mean, where's this physical?
Sure, evidence? We do have many physical evidences. I'm not going to go through all of them.
You don't have any physical evidence.
We do have physical evidence.
Where is he then?
Poland. Auschwitz, Treblinka, Sobibor.
Okay then. So, okay, at Auschwitz, for example, there are only 32 ovens, right? How long does it take to cremate one body? Yeah? How long do you think that is? Do you want to do some basic math?
All right, Benny, what are we doing now? Sean,
does
Sean have questions for us? Or is this going to be a dog and pony show?
He blocked me? No way. Why did he block me?
Benny, what's your next question, Benny? What's your next question, Benny? What's the next question, Benny? I was wondering if you can get in Dan. Of course I can get in Dan. I thought Dan was supposed to be here.
Simple. It was a simple question.
Is Dan coming in?
That said, do you have any physical evidence?
Well,
he has no physical evidence
Dan
whatsoever.
told me yesterday that he would be here today. So if you invite him into the room,
I'll go now because it's fucking stupid. Bye.
He's online. He's green for me. What do you mean, Benny? He's online. So what's Sean? What's this Sean particular person doing? What's his neurosis? He's a fundy. What does that mean, fundy? He likes to have fun.
Yo, sorry, mic wasn't plugged in.
You're a fundamentalist Christian. Nice, good.
I believe in Jesus.
Okay. Right.
That's cool.
It's good.
Not many do, but I do.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say not many do when you have 2.5 billion people that say they believe in Jesus.
That's not many compared to how many exist.
I guess. Sure. I guess.
8 billion and only 2.5. Shit. That's a small
Well,
amount.
I don't.
There's like, what, 8 billion people on the planet. Each to their own, I guess. Can't force anyone to believe, right?
All right, Dan's coming in.
How are you anyway, John? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Good. Good to hear. How long, like, I don't know. What do you believe in?
Well, I don't know if you see my pitch or not, but it should be clear about what I should believe in.
Well, it's always good to ask, because I don't want to make an assumption and be wrong.
I'm a Orthodox Jew.
Ah. Pharisee, scribe.
I don't know what that means.
Oh.
Pharisee. What does Pharisee scribe mean?
Like, you know, the Pharisees used to be the ones that, you know, like used to work in the church and stuff. Preached a lot.
That would be incorrect. I mean, you shouldn't read just one book for your information. That's where you went wrong.
I do read. Well, I've tried to read the Torah and stuff.
Right.
It's a bit difficult to read. Like, I really want to be able to read Hebrew because I like the way the language is. You know, like the way it is. It looks more normal, if I can say that.
So why are you a Christian then?
I'm Christian.
It just makes sense that, I mean, obviously you know that Hebrew's superior. I mean, if you learned Hebrew, do you think that you would be less of a Christian?
Not necessarily, no. Just means I'll be able to read in the ancient tongue.
Okay. Fair enough.
Because this language we speak, it's not really a language, is it?
Well, I mean, my opinion on all translations of the Bible is pretty much that you can never really truly translate it. I mean, there's a certain pattern. I don't know if you ever saw a Torah scroll in real life, but the pattern and the way it's written is very different than the way it is in English.
Yeah.
So you're losing all that.
I wish I could see the real scrolls.
Well, you can go to a local temple.
What, did they have copies of them?
Yeah, of course.
My niggas.
What's going on, Flip?
What's up? Yes, sir.
Hey, Flip, I got a joke for you.
Hold on, wait 1 second. My audio's fucked. I'll be right back.
Audio's fucked, huh?
I didn't leak the link. Who gave it to me? Hang on.
Oh boy. It's going to be a shit show soon.
There
Welcome
we go.
back, Flip.
John posted the
What's
link.
up?
John
What you
posted
guys
the
doing?
link. Yeah.
Did I post a link to who?
You posted it in Old Hang Dead.
Oh, I did. Yeah. I posted it in Sia's group.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. There's not
So
that
what's
many
up?
people in there. What's going on, Flip? How's it happening?
I'm just chilling. I just drove my friend to the airport. Now I'm fucking lost.
Yo, Flip, I got a joke for you.
Yo,
What happened when David
up?
met Goliath?
what's going
What happened when David fought Goliath?
What happened when David met Goliath?
Oh, met Goliath.
What happened?
Goliath fell. I don't know if
Oh,
that's a
shit.
joke. It sounded funny in my head.
You know what? This profile is
Your audio's fucked up, Flip.
Fuck. How about now?
Yeah, you must have had some shitty signal.
I'm in a tunnel.
Oh. That's why then.
Yeah.
What?
How about
Hey,
now?
are you at the, have you reached the end of the tunnel?
Not yet. I just fucking started. It's a tunnel that goes way under Boston. The
Damn.
whole city. Yeah.
Is there a light at the end of it?
They called it the Big Dig. What's that?
Is there a light at the end of it?
I don't know. Hold on. It might not be. I might be rest in peace.
Damn, son. Damn.
Wow, this is a long ass tunnel. I didn't even realize how long it was. I am right behind a cop. Benny, you better take off. I'm right behind a cop.
Benny's not scared of the cops. What's going on, Benny? What's happening? You know Dan ain't gonna join with
No,
Flip.
he won't. He won't. He's scared.
Wait, what's going on with Dan and Flip? What's happening?
I destroyed his career on Hangouts.
You destroyed his career on Hangouts. Nice. You should get a star for that or something.
Yo, Flip, I'll make you a badge.
I broke up him and Muddy. Muddy gave me his nude. I shared it on Discord. Or no. I shared his text on Discord when he was grilling Muddy, like 20 pages. And
Damn.
yeah, it was pretty
I think
bad.
that's what, when I...
And now Dan has a resentment towards me, and he comes at me every couple days.
So wait. The nude of Moody or nude of him?
Huh?
Did you say you gave nudes of him?
No. Muddy gave me his nude.
Oh, he's his nude.
Yeah.
Ah!
Rest in peace, bro. You can come at me all you want, but I fucking got your ass.
Oh, man. I told Dan to stop fucking with people. He's gonna get it one day.
Oh, I fucking got him, dude.
You reap what you sow, right?
Yeah. Don't fuck with me. I'm telling you, I get pretty savage sometimes.
The savage Goliath.
Savage. But I mean, I'm not of the most savage people on here, so I can't really toot my own horn. So I am reaching the end of the tunnel. Here we go. All right.
Here comes the light. Yo, where'd John go?
I don't know. Oh shit! I'm lost, dude. God damn it.
How can you be lost in a tunnel?
No, there's like fucking so many of them, dude. So many exits.
Yo, give me a GPS, I'll direct you.
Yeah. So true. Look at this shit. I'll show you. Boom. See, I'm the fucking... See that? I am in a fucking tunnel right now. You see me?
Hang on. Oh, yeah. Damn, looks like GTA.
Right? Benny, where you at?
Hey, it's a Los Santos fucking bridge.
Alright. Benny is here, dude.
Yeah.
The car is sick. Benny got my license plate. Uh-huh. Alright. You want it? You want him, dude? I got you.
Yo,
I
what
am
is
your
the
guy.
better than fucking... Yo, have you seen what is it?
He leaked her nudes. That's why I did it. He leaked her nudes.
You got a nice
nowhere.
body, though. I won't deny that.
Muddy's a nice girl, man. Do you want him, Benny? Do you want... Yeah, you do. Stop it. Dan's. Yes, I was. And I dropped her, and Dan tries to claim that he stole her from me, and it's totally not true.
Damn. How the fuck's this still going?
Yeah, nigga.
How
She told me he used to get so jealous about me.
Damn.
She used to ignore me or him for me, she said. Yeah.
Muddy's nice, to be honest.
Muddy's a nice girl. I don't know why he did that.
Yo, she should sue his ass.
She can.
Yep. I'll be her attorney. I can represent her free of charge. Pro bono.
Pro bono.
Yo, back in a minute.
Benny? Shit, I shouldn't have taken this exit. The interview ended. You leaving? I got it from Mr. John Gischala. Fuck. Wait, hold on, Benny. I have to get off this screen for a second. Leave that up. All right. 1 second. What'd you say, Benny? Where am I watching? Is that what you're asking? Oh, what was I watching? Watching the interview? No, I didn't catch it. Oh, damn. I didn't know there was an interview going on. My bad. Sorry, Benny. Fuck. All right. I got you. Is we live right now? All right. Of course not. Shit. Yeah, it does. It says it for me. All right. Yo, there's people walking up to my car, dude. What the fuck is this? Pull some Tupac shit on me. All right. Hold on. I'm still doing something.